Thank you for being here again tonight. And I need to keep working my way around to say hi to all you, all our knights. But for our next 10 minutes, we brought a couple special folks in, and Larry's hiding back there too. I want to also introduce Larry Turner, which is he's one of our state representatives who is in charge of our squires in Northern California. I think a lot of you know Larry.
Go ahead.
But first of all, I want to introduce to you our, we came back from our state convention, and our boys have been moving up the ladder positions. And for the first time in Lincoln here, in a while for Northern California, we have our chief state squire who is going to represent the state for this next year. So Greg, come on up.
Who gave me money?
I want to let Greg say just a couple words about the convention and what you thought about it. And I also want you to say a few words of what you hope happens this next year as being a chief squire of the state.
Hello. All right. I was voted our state chief squire at our convention. Our convention is probably one of the funnest events we do every year. We went down to Belmont and to Notre Dame de Nevers University, where we got to play a lot of sports and do a lot of other things with other squires around the state, which is always pretty fun meeting other squires. In Northern California, we don't get to do that very much. And we went to Rosary at Friday night, and then we did elections Saturday, where I was voting. Oh, yeah. Gotcha. And did our little ceremony at the end. But what I want to do as our this year's state chief squire is try to get even more people to our state convention, in which we were lacking numbers compared to this year. But we really want to get as much people as we can to this next state convention. So we'll be working with my other officers to find ways to get more squires there. So that's what I do.
Thank you. Very good. Thank you, Greg. Greg will be away for part of the year because he's going to back Midwest, Iowa, to wrestle. So he'll be doing some long trip commuting and also communication with the other officers in the state. The state has officers. You cannot, in your squire circle, you cannot have more than one state representative so that it doesn't become a monopoly, that your boys spread throughout the state have representatives. So of course we had many other young men that wanted to have other positions or at least participate in other positions, but could not because Greg is the first elected official and he was elected as chief state squire. So good luck, Greg. I hope you're the best for this next year, and keep up the good work. Our next section of our presentation is Richard's going to come up and give a little history. We have a person very dear to a lot of us, and we wanted to continue sharing the spirit of this gentleman. Bob Hamer was a Grand Knight here, also a Grand Knight in other circles. Councils, thank you. Go circle, council to circle. And we are lucky enough to have his wife here, so Barbara, come on up. I've got to get to know Barbara a little bit more because we both are involved with the EDGE program, the Youth Catechism program on our church campus, and it's been wonderful. She even stepped out and presented one class, which was an awesome job because volunteers, you know, we love to grab our teachers when we can. So Barbara, I'm going to let Barbara speak first about Bob Hamer and a little bit of history of where we're going, because we're giving out a scholarship in his name Richard will take it from there and talk more about the scholarship that we are offering, who is now a young knight. So Barbara, here you go.
Thank you. I want to thank the Knights for inviting me. And, okay, really close. Okay, Richard and David also. It's an honor to have Bob Hamer remembered as such a wonderful boy. Bob became a squire at the age of 13. His father died when Bob was 11. He was an only child. And Bob just felt that the value that the men and the Knights of Columbus had was something that he looked up to. And these were the people who he could turn to being a teenager and not having a father. So he did become chief squire and then eventually a knight. And of course, any of you that know him, Bob was Mr. Knights of Columbus. He was as David alluded to, he was a Grand Knight 3 times. First time in Mendham, New Jersey, where we lived before we moved to California. And then when we lived up, he started in Holy Trinity Parish in El Dorado Hills. He started the council there, and he was the first Grand Knight. And then, of course, when he came here, Bob became Grand Knight again. So, but it's really an honor, you know, for all of you to have this scholarship. And Bob really held the Squire program very dear to his heart, and I think David and Richard knew that, and he helped you to get the circle started. It was something that he really believed in. So I want to say thank you to all of you for this wonderful evening. I think a couple of my sons would have been here, but you know, it's a Wednesday night, they all live in the Bay Area, so it's not an easy trip. But thank you very much, and congratulations on this wonderful event.
Thank you, Barbara.
Well, I'm going to read a little bit here because I knew I wouldn't do it off the cuff or I'd probably break down and start crying because I'm a crier. And I love Bob very much so. So, worthy Grand Knight, worthy Deputy Grand Knight, officers of Council 9202, and fellow brother knights and guests. Back in the year 2009, we lost a great man, Brother Bob Hamer. Bob had been a squire, a Knight of Columbus,